The legendary late-night talk show host and ardent auto collector Jay Leno has piqued viewers' interest with his enigmatic garage, which is said to be full of secrets. Everyone was shocked by what they discovered when they eventually entered his garage, as the rumors became stronger. What, though, has Jay been concealing? Come along as we reveal the specifics of this astounding finding. The renowned Big Dog Garage is Jay Leno's secret. The Tonight Show's amiable host, Jay Leno, is well known for entertaining audiences with jokes and interviews for many years. Jay's love of vehicles and motorcycles, however, is a little-known aspect of him. He enjoys playing with and flaunting his extensive collection of exquisite gadgets. The majority of celebrities enjoy collecting items like watches or other items, but Jay is more interested in vehicles and motorcycles. Since he was a young comedian who performed in small bars, he has been passionate about these cars. As he gained popularity, his collection of vintage automobiles expanded, fulfilling his lifelong dream. Jay owns the enigmatic Big Dog Garage in Burbank, California, which is kept secret from the public, making his narrative captivating. There are more than a few cars in this garage. The vast area is crowded with automobiles from all eras. The collection is among the biggest and most spectacular in the world, containing both current cars and rare antiques. The contents of his garage became the subject of long-running speculation. It was unclear how many cars he actually owned. It might be in the hundreds or possibly more, according to certain conjectures. People's curiosity was only stoked by the fact that everything was mysterious. Jay would occasionally post sneak peeks of his collection on his YouTube account. However, most of the garage was still hidden. It was similar to a secret museum that only a few people could visit, owns more than simply machines. He also knows a great deal about how they work. He takes pleasure in discovering the background and distinctive characteristics of every vehicle he owns. Jay cherishes them like beloved friends rather than merely collecting automobiles. He works alongside skilled mechanics to keep the engines in good working order and doesn't mind getting his hands filthy. Jay is not just interested in machines for fun. It's a commitment for life. In addition to automobiles, his garage is filled with motorcycles, some of which are quite uncommon and unknown, even to collectors. Every car has a distinct past to share. While some motorcycles were carefully restored after being salvaged from scrapyards, others were built many years ago and are still in fine working order. To him, the sentimental value of the cars determines their worth rather than their cost. Yu talks about starting with very little all the time. He had little material belongings as a child and had to work hard to accomplish anything. Perhaps this explains why his collection is so important to him. Each car in it represents a dream he once had and the challenges he overcame to make it a reality. It's more than simply the actual automobiles. It's about the memories and experiences they stand for in his life. Jay continued to be active even after he stopped presenting late-night television. Rather, he had more time to focus on his interests. He continued to add to his collection and impart his knowledge to others. Jay turned into a street storyteller who used his garage as a venue to inspire and educate people. Those who have had the honor of visiting the Big Dog Garage say it's like entering a place where time seems to stop, even though it's closed to the general public. There is a bit of history in every place. Some cars have a brand new appearance, shining as though they were recently manufactured. Even though some of them are worn out and have faded paint and worn seats, Jay still treasures them. Every car holds a unique place in his life narrative. Jay Leno's life is about more than just fame and fortune. It all comes down to following your passion and doing something meaningful. In addition to his TV character, he enjoys the basic joys of wheels, motors, and the tales that are told when driving. Jay Leno may be washing his hands and looking at a rare automobile in a peaceful facility that holds great meaning for him as the sun sets in Burbank. And Ian? What is it about this garage that is drawing so much interest? Let's investigate further to find out. Jay Leno's secret automobile and secret world. Most people picture a tiny area for parking automobiles when they think of a garage. But as far as Jay Leno is concerned, his garage is much more. It resembles a secret realm teeming with living devices and history. It is a vast complex that is beyond comprehension, not just a room filled with automobiles, The size of Jay Leno's garage is more than 122,000 square feet. 2 football fields are equivalent to this. There are numerous sizable structures with one-of-a-kind objects in this vast area. Every tool, component, and vehicle is in its proper location, and each segment fulfills a specified purpose. Even though the entire facility is well organized, it yet feels warm and inviting. Waiting, it demonstrates Jay's love and admiration for everything mechanical. There is more to this place than just car storage. They are resurrected there. Jay and his colleagues are able to make or fix nearly anything in the complex's fully equipped machine shop. They have the ability to fabricate the part from the start rather than looking for an obsolete part. Lathes, drills, grinders, and other heavy-duty tools are among the equipment in the machine shop. Jay regularly works with seasoned engineers and builders who share his passion for doing things by hand and don't mind getting their hands filthy. Old, abandoned cars are being restored in the restoration area next to the machine shop. Many of these vehicles are in bad shape, with pieces missing or entirely rusted. However, skilled technicians carefully deconstruct, clean, repair, and reassemble these damaged cars in this section of the garage. Jay enjoys every part of this meticulous and time-consuming procedure. He enjoys the satisfaction of seeing a polished fender and the elegance of each bolt. Jay's own car wash room is a special feature of his garage. This area is more complicated than a straightforward hose and sponge configuration. It is meticulously crafted to clean fragile and uncommon automobiles. His collection includes some really ancient autos that need special care. Takes great care to properly wash, dry, and protect every vehicle. This illustrates his intense love and concern for his collection, not only for its aesthetic value but also for its historical significance. In addition to machines, the garage is brimming with memories. Jay navigates it like he's exploring his favorite book of stories. He knows the background of every machine, tool, bike, and car in the garage. He remembers how they were fixed, when he got them, and what makes each one special. Jay has taken action to guarantee that these memories will be preserved in the garage. This garage is unique as it doesn't appear chilly or fancy. It appears to have been created with love. There are oil stains in place of ornate floors and gilded signs on top. Machines that exhibit a lifelong love and shelves full of parts. Jay designed this area for enjoyment rather than to impress. Every aspect of it embodies his heart, making it a dream come true. Cars aren't the only thing Jay Leno keeps in his garage. It's where incredible automobiles are stored and cared for. It's where dreams come true, history is maintained, and a guy and his cars have a unique bond that goes beyond the actual vehicles. What sort of machinery does Jay work with? And is there something even more remarkable than vehicles hidden in his garage? The renowned collection of Jay Leno. The automobiles and motorcycles in Jay Leno's enormous garage hold great sentimental and historical significance for him. The collection is regarded as one of the greatest private automobile collections in the world, since it is so outstanding. Jay has a particular place in his heart for every car, because it evokes memories and symbolizes a fragment of history. By the end of 2024, Jay had at least 160 motorcycles and more than 181 vehicles. These cars were all kept in one secure place. The automobiles in the collection range from those that are more than a century old to rare and contemporary models that are only seen by a select few. It has jet-powered supercars, electric vehicles, steam-powered machinery, and even tanks. In the realm of luxury automobiles, the 1994 McLaren phone is a notable star. Jay paid about $800,000 for it back in the late 1990s, and it was the first of its kind to reach the United States. Even while that might seem like a lot of money, the same car is now worth more than $20 million. The McLaren phone is regarded as one of the most valuable vehicles in the world and is recognized for its svelte styling, remarkable speed, and striking power. It represents an era in which exquisite design and outstanding performance coexisted harmoniously. The 2006 EcoJet is a special vehicle made just for Jay. It looks like it belongs in a science fiction movie and is powered by jets for a turbine engine. Biofuel is used in place of conventional fuel. It feels more like flying than driving, and the ride is pleasant. Jay's enthusiasm for pushing the boundaries of engineering makes it unique and inventive. A vintage automobile powered by steam rather than fuel is the Stanley Steamer from 1906. After taking some time to start up, it silently moves along the road while releasing steam. Jay has a collection of steam-powered cars that he has restored and maintained since he is passionate about them. The Duesenberg Model X is regarded as one of the rarest automobiles ever produced. Since so few were made, Jay Leno is the owner of the fifth that is known to still exist. Large, graceful, and charming, this vehicle evokes a time when automobiles were considered opulent pieces of art. From the finely made exterior to the gorgeous metalwork and woodwork inside, the car's complex details are genuinely stunning. Jay's collection includes some oddities such as 3 old electric automobiles. Among them is a 1909 Baker automobile, which is sophisticated for its time, silent, and simple to operate. Mavis, his wife, holds a special place in her heart for this specific vehicle. Additionally, 2 double steam cars, a roadster and a sedan, that were once owned by Howard Hughes are included in the collection. In addition to being uncommon, these vehicles have a Hollywood past. Tanks are among the unusual vehicles in Jay's collection. These large, well-maintained machines demonstrate that Jay's interests extend beyond standard collectibles. In addition to being a vehicle enthusiast, Jay shares his passion for cars on his website and television program, Jay Leno's Garage. He displays other fascinating automobiles, shares anecdotes about his own, and describes how they work. Jay's exhibit functions similarly to a traveling museum. Bernard Juchley, his garage manager, helps to keep the collection up to date. Bernard works with Jay to make sure everything runs well and has a solid grasp of the technical aspects. Together, they make sure that every car receives the required maintenance and care. Jay writes articles using his platform. In his column for Popular Mechanics, he talks about his favorite cars and provides guidance on upkeep fixes and unusual customizations. His work is marked by humor, warmth, and a deep understanding of each vehicle's history. He also writes for the Sunday Times, offering his thoughts on the latest developments in high-end car design. Jay's passion had a big impact on the development of the video game L.A. Noire. The developers at Team Bondi were able to closely inspect around 100 cars from the 1940s, thanks to his kind donation of access to his garage. With his help, the game was able to accurately capture the appearance and ambiance of that era. However, these cars aren't your typical ones. Everyone has a startling backstory that distinguishes it, the machine's hidden secrets. There is more to Jay Leno's Garage than just keeping automobiles. It pays homage to history, ingenuity, and originality. There are priceless automobiles and undiscovered technical wonders with a backstory inside this spacious area. There is more to the collection than just rare and exquisite automobiles. It celebrates creativity, zeal, and the human will to do something exceptional. Jay Leno is a huge fan of unusual things. Jay is more interested in rare and cutting-edge automobiles and motorcycles than other collectors, who tend to favor luxury or vintage things. He owns a number of prototype cars, some of which are unique, that were never put into production. These automobiles provide a window into the engineers' and designers' earlier predictions for the future. These uncommon devices represent bold experiments from the past in addition to being ancient. Alternative fuel cars are Jay's real passion and his strongest suit. The majority of people think of cars as being powered by gasoline or diesel, but Jay's Garage reveals otherwise. He has electric cars from more than a century ago, steam-powered vehicles, and turbine-powered devices that are more like airplanes than cars. The Chrysler Turbine Automobile, a sporty car with a jet-like motor, is one such example. Only 55 of these vehicles were produced in the 1960s, and as of right now, only 9 remain. Jay is lucky enough to own one of these vehicles, and it continues to function well. The 1906 Stanley Steamer, which is powered by steam, is among his most iconic automobiles. It offers a quiet and comfortable ride, although it could require some time to prepare. Jay also owns other perfectly restored steam-powered equipment. In sharp contrast to the noise and pollution of contemporary engines, it is exciting to watch a puff of steam rise when the engine starts. Jay's garage maintains rare and delicate vehicles with the use of extremely sophisticated tools. The garage has a restoration shop designed especially for vintage and unusual vehicles. On-site, specially designed tools are built to satisfy each project's unique needs. Jay and his crew create original parts from scratch when they are not accessible anywhere in the world. Bit by bit, they bring abandoned cars back to life by painstakingly crafting and assembling pieces by hand. In addition to housing engineering wonders, Jay's garage doubles as a museum, highlighting the development of autos. Some of the vehicles in the garage were groundbreaking in their day, and many have ties to important occasions. These cars are more than just automobiles. They stand for significant turning points. One excellent example is the 1937 Cord 812. It is immediately apparent that it is elegant and refined. Refined. However, the small nuances are what set it apart. This vehicle was among the first to include foldable headlights, a feature that wasn't widely adopted until many years later. It appeared to be from another planet back then, and it still feels futuristic today. The Cord engineering was far ahead of its time, and Jay shows respect for its historical value by being very careful with his example. Jay has a 1955 Mercedes 300 SL Gullwing in his garage, which is an expensive vehicle. One of the most well-known sports vehicles of all time, this vehicle is renowned for its unusual doors that open upward like wings. In addition to being aesthetically pleasing, it performed admirably on the road and was praised for its speed and chic appearance. The Gullwing was the epitome of a swift, elegant, and memorable vehicle. Jay doesn't amass automobiles for personal use. He also enjoys sharing them with other people. To give visitors a close-up look at his cars, he frequently showcases them in films on his website and on his television program. Jay discusses the significance of his cars in addition to what makes them special. He makes engineering and history come to life by telling these tales in an entertaining and instructive manner. According to Jay Leno, cars are more than just transportation. He sees them as representations of creativity, skill, and history. He has a varied collection of vehicles in his garage that are powered by various sources and exhibit a range of design innovations. These vehicles offer a window into the past as well as the potential for ongoing preservation and enjoyment down the road. The automobiles themselves aren't the most shocking discovery made in Jay's garage. Rather, it's what he does with them. This is going to blow you away. Unexpected findings. Discovering Jay Leno's automobile collection delivers endearing revelations. The automobile's gleaming paint, unique engines, and exquisite designs first awe people. On closer examination, though, a more complex tale becomes apparent, one that is full of kindness, compassion, and considerate features that give it a human touch. These unexpected results demonstrate that Jay's interest goes beyond just collecting rare automobiles. It is about sharing something special with others, honoring history, and preserving memories. The way Jay cherishes and takes care of each car in his collection is among the most endearing parts of his journey. Jay views vehicles as sentient beings with their own tales, but others may view them as nothing more than rubber and metal. He painstakingly records every aspect of every car in his garage, including the origins of each one, the parts that have been replaced, and the repairs that have been finished. Even though some of the vehicles are over a century old, Jay's meticulous documentation guarantees that their histories will be conserved and recalled for many years to come. He preserves this knowledge not just for himself, but also for the benefit of future generations, who will be able to appreciate and comprehend the distinctive qualities of each machine. His documents include information about where he located parts, how he made some of them by himself, and even the special occasions when the car was properly fixed and put on the road once more. His meticulous attention to detail and love of history turn his garage into a library of automotive history rather than just a place to store things. The method by which some of the vehicles in his collection were obtained is one unexpected revelation. Not all of them were bought. Jay is well known for his distinctive and considerate restorations of vintage vehicles. Many individuals, including complete strangers, have chosen to give him their cars or donate money because of his notoriety. Many people give Jay cars along with touching notes or anecdotes about the significance of the vehicle to their family. They trust Jay to preserve the car's original character in addition to restoring it. Some people would rather see their car revived by Jay so that it can be maintained, protected, and enjoyed by others rather than having unique goods stashed away. Jay behaves like a normal auto enthusiast even though he has cars costing millions of dollars. He drives his rare cars on public roads without any security rather than keeping them hidden. He likes to smile at people who wave to him from the sidewalk, drive the cars, and listen to the sound of the engines. Well, it's fun to see Jay driving a fancy automobile down a quiet street while taking in the lovely weather. He doesn't boast or try to attract attention. He simply enjoys what he enjoys. These silent times reveal Jay's actual character. He finds meaning in the technology that has shaped our world, finds joy in movement, and appreciates the beauty of the past. However, how does Jay maintain so many cars in top operating order? What is his opinion of them, where machines are brought to life? Jay Leno's automobile collection is more than just a static exhibit of high-end vehicles behind glass and hurdles. Every vehicle in his garage is kept up to date and prepared for use if the need arises. These cars aren't dust-covered and abandoned. They are treasured and kept in good condition. Even though they look beautiful, they require careful daily maintenance to be maintained. Jay doesn't work in his garage by himself. He is assisted by a group of knowledgeable professionals. These ladies and men are more than just workers. They share Jay's passion for machinery and are skilled mechanics, enthusiastic engineers, and enthusiasts. They are well-versed in each vehicle, including its distinct rhythms, sounds, and upkeep needs. They follow a rigorous routine while working together, making certain that each automobile and motorcycle receives routine maintenance and inspections. To keep none of them from sitting around for too long, they alternately work on various cars. They pull out a car that hasn't been driven in a long time, turn on the engine, and make sure it receives some air. They treat car maintenance similarly to how they would a garden, making sure each plant is watered and each leaf is given care. According to Jay, machines should be moving. He treats his cars in a way that reflects this belief. He sees them as treasured tools, each with its own history rather than merely as decorations. Jay isn't scared to drive his automobiles on the road even though some of them are very precious and rare. He will ride in a valuable vintage car if the weather is nice and he feels like it. Before he drives the car out, his staff makes sure it is in immaculate condition, meaning there are no dangers, leaks, or squeaks. Regarding his cars, he is not possessive. He offers his automobiles to museums and educational programs in contrast to other collectors who keep them locked up. In addition to fans, he generously shares his collection with students, inquisitive people, and other aficionados. This includes kids who adore automobiles and adults who remember driving comparable vehicles as kids. For Jay, sharing history and bringing joy to others are the most important things, and giving visitors a first-hand look into the past. He has participated in the Love Ride, a major motorcycle charity event, since 1985. Millions of dollars have been raised by this event to benefit a variety of causes, including victims of sad events, families affected by autism, and children with muscle difficulties. Jay actively supports the cause in addition to taking part in the ride. His participation shows his empathy and commitment to aiding those in need. But there have also been accidents in spite of all the excitement and bustle. There are risks associated with being close to machinery, especially older ones. Jay suffered severe burns as a result of an unexpected fire in November 2025. He needed specific medical attention and even had to have his ears rebuilt. A few months later, in January 2023, he suffered many fractures after falling off a motorcycle in yet another regrettable occurrence. Then, in November 2024, he was just walking to supper when he stumbled and fell over a hill, breaking his wrist and tearing his fingernail. Even if his injuries would cause some to take a break, Jay doesn't let anything stop him. He continues to perform his typical things, such as fixing cars, riding bikes, and maintaining a cheerful disposition in spite of the difficulty, rather than slowing down. Jay sees these difficulties as only a part of the path he has chosen, not as barriers that should cause him to give up. The garage of Jay Leno is not a calm, chilly space. It's colorful and vibrant. It exudes the spirit of sharing, the vitality of movement, and the significance of memories. His cars are seen as more than just objects. They are revered, loved, and never forgotten. This isn't your average museum with exhibit cabinets. It's more akin to a haven for still operational devices. Every component of these devices is treated with particular attention and admiration by the individual in charge. It is uncommon in a world where speed and efficiency are valued. Leno's goal is to teach and maintain. There's more to Jay Leno's garage than just fancy automobiles and powerful engines. It also functions as a teaching area where engineering is displayed, history is shown, and curiosity is sparked. Jay shares his collection with others so they can enjoy themselves and learn, in contrast to many collectors who keep their artifacts to themselves. People of all ages may learn about vehicles, design, and mechanics through his collection, which is entertaining and instructive. He has made use of his passion for vintage vehicles throughout the years to both maintain them and inform people about their importance. He brings the world of vehicles into people's living rooms with his popular YouTube series, Jay Leno's Garage. What started out as a modest idea has grown into a popular program that has millions of viewers. The show features a wide range of automobiles, including uncommon types, classic cars, contemporary styles, and underappreciated machinery. But discussing the automobiles' backgrounds and histories is just as important as simply showing them off. Each episode of the show offers a thorough analysis of the design of particular cars, emphasizing their distinctive qualities and social effects. While some of the vehicles on display are driven by steam engines, others are powered by electricity or even jet engines, short engines. The host, Jay Leno, takes the time to explain each vehicle in simple terms, frequently using humor and demonstrating respect for the history of automobiles. He also exhorts others to share their knowledge. The garage is frequented by technicians, engineers, and even celebrities. Together they talk, laugh, and examine these amazing gadgets. These exchanges are sincere, cordial, and relatable. Home viewers have the impression that they are also a part of the garage experience. It goes beyond simply showing off a high-end vehicle. It's about elucidating its significance and the process that led to its production. Even with all of the instruction he offers, people are still surprised by more than just the number and rarity of Jay Leno's automobiles. People are frequently surprised by Jay alone. Some people still assume that someone with such a sizable collection of cars would be distant or exclusively focused on the car's financial worth. Jay is rather involved with his collection, though. He has a thorough understanding of each vehicle's mechanics and individually inspects engines and fixes minor parts. People are always surprised by this side of Jay. With almost 180 vehicles, the collection is enormous, and 160 motorbikes. It displays a broad range of vehicles, from early 20th century steam cars to contemporary supercars. The way Jay handles each car with care, as though it were a living piece of history, is what people most admire. In order to ensure that these machines are not forgotten, he shares and preserves them rather than collecting them for display. Please like and subscribe if you like this video, and select the subsequent video that appears on your screen.